Welcome to the channel. I'm very humbled that you're choosing to check in with me. I'm David, and I'm a dad with daughters. Happy Father's Day to me.
Happy Father's Day!
In my opinion, Father's Day is one of the most disrespected holidays that we choose to celebrate here in the U.S. Because of that, I'm going to provide 3 self-care tips for fathers to help prolong this Father's Day hangover. So we can check on our social emotional well-being, and we can prolong this maybe for 6 months to a year. Also, I'm getting to some conversations about my daughters, having crushes. I got 3 girls. And you see this gray hair they gave me? It's been a ride. Let's get to it. As I mentioned, I feel as if Father's Day is one of the most disrespected, celebrated holidays that we have. If you agree or disagree, make sure you comment inside the comment section so you and I can go back and forth with some type of conversation, or you can teach me some things that I don't know. But as a result, like I mentioned, I'm going to provide 3 self-care tips for fathers to, again, prolong this Father's Day hangover so you can work on your social emotional well-being. 1, there's an art in taking the L. So many of you may think that the L is a loss, and it's not a loss. It's a lesson or listening. There's art in listening. There's art in learning. There's art in a lesson. And as a dad with daughters, you find yourself in many situations where you want to respond, you want to react. And sometimes the best response is no response. Sometimes the best reaction is no reaction, but learning, listening, and loving, actually. So the L can mean so many different things. And for us fathers with daughters, and any father in general, it's important that you take the L and you choose to love, choose to listen, choose to learn. And that is all. Those are choices that we can make. So instead of acting, choose not to, or instead of reacting, choose not to react. Instead of responding, choose not to respond, but sit back and learn. Sometimes you don't have a dog in the fight. 2, it's important to yell and scream for at least 5 times a day. Like literally, it doesn't have to be like in the sense of like being angry or abusive but sometimes a good scream is therapeutic. So sometimes I just like yell my kid's name and I'll tell them I love them. Jalea, I love you. That's 2. And it's so funny. And they understand, oh, daddy's just yelling because he just wants to. So they don't pay me no mind. But, maybe it may impact them, may have some impact on them in the future. I don't know. I'll get back to y'all, let you know how that looks in a couple of years. 3, this one is kind of tied to the first one, but it's practice protecting your peace. And the tricky thing about this is that you have to first identify your peace, then you have to protect it, and then also you have to start practicing protecting your peace. Now, your peace can be a number of things, but the peace, by its definition, is something that you are selfish about, something that you will do, that you can do, that can help reset you and or just help you feel good about yourself in general. For me, for example, like one of the things, I like helping people, and I choose to help people. That's a choice of mine. I do it for my own well-being, but at the same time, other people get gratification or get rewarded for it as well. And you can do the same thing with your daughters. Like for example, I got a belly right here, dad bod, and I like ice cream. And sometimes I'm like, yo, let's go get some ice cream, and I benefit from it. I mean, they benefit from my well-being. So that's like a self-help thing that I do. So again, just a recap. There's an art of taking an L, scream at least 3 to 5 times a day, and practice protecting your peace. My daughters have crushes. So my daughter and I, we have an incredible relationship. All 3 of my daughters, we have great relationships where they are able to talk to me about almost anything. Also, they understand that there's limitations to that. So this conversation I had with my daughter about her it's being okay with her having a crush was so important for her and for me, and also our entire family. Now, as a dad with daughters, we sometimes we can trip and we will trip, and our kids know that, and they understand our limitations, like I mentioned. And it's very important though that we create a safer and or safe place for our girls, so that they aren't doing things, or that they don't feel as if they have to process their feelings and their pain and also their joys behind closed doors. And we have a rule inside my family that you have to talk to someone, mom or dad or another adult, about how you process how are you going to process your feelings. And in this situation, my daughter, was able to articulate very well why she doesn't talk to me as much and why she chooses to talk to mom, which is great. So you said it's okay for you to have a crush, right?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because girls have crushes.
Girls have crushes. The obvious response, right? Right. Dads sometimes
I don't really like boys.
we don't like it, but we have to respect you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how old are you?
I'm 9.
9 going on 15.
10.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You're right. 9 going on 10. Yep. 9 going on 10. And my daughter's telling me that it's okay to have crushes. And I agree. I think I do. As long as you continue to talk to me about your crush, which you kind of did, right?
Not the last time.
Not the last time. What? I'm talking Mr. Brandon over here. Brandon's not a crush of yours? What? I thought he was a crush of yours. Oh, you see how us fathers get things wrong? So you didn't talk to me about your last crush?
No.
Who did you talk to about it? Mom. Thank you. High five. Yeah, so I thought you had a crush on little Buster Brandon over here, because no, he's just a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So you able to okay. So you mature enough to decide who's a friend and who's a crush.
Mm-hmm.
See, mind blown. Daddy just learning something about parenting every day. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
High five. Say black.
I try.
There we go. So fathers, it's very important that we create these spaces for our daughters and don't shun them, and don't penalize them for them growing. Like, don't penalize them for our skeletons, right? So we got to make sure that we treat our daughters and respect our daughters and understand that they are human beings and that they will grow. That's a piece of advice that I give you all, and something I'm always still learning. I'm always on a continuous lifelong journey of being a father. And fathers, it's so important. It's so important the way we respond. We have to respond in an appropriate way where our daughters still feel welcome to have those crucial conversations with us, even those uncomfortable conversations for us, but they're very comfortable for them. Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Inside the comments. I'm very curious. I always say, you already know, I won Father of the Year 10 years in a row. And that's only 10. 10. My daughter's only 10. She's about to be 10. And so there's people who have a lot more wisdom than I do, and also have experience more than I have. So feel free to give me some information. We all have a fruitful conversation with inside the comments. Speaking of creating safe places, this shirt right here is real for me. Protect women and children. So with that said, say her name, Breonna Taylor. Say it again, Breonna Taylor. One more time, Breonna Taylor. Actually, continue to say her name, because it's been a long time, 100+ days since Breonna's murder, and no one has been arrested for it. Do not stop saying her name, because what we don't want to happen is that she get lost in the advocacy. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. And another thing, if you like this shirt, Aspire Inc. LLC is a locally Black-owned business. The link will be in the description for you to purchase this shirt or any other shirts where Aspire Inc. Where you find Aspire Inc. apparel to be appealing to you. Again, it's a locally owned establishment, Black-owned, owned by a Black woman. So it's important for us to, as men, again, to support our Black women, all men, to support Black women, especially Black men, to support and protect our Black women. And I was talking to one of my brothers the other day. He said, protect them and get out their way. So I think that's let's do that. Let's protect Black women and get out their way. I received that. With that said, this has been a wonderful opportunity for me to connect with y'all. Give me some feedback. Let me know. Let's have some conversation inside the comment section. Why? because I'm a dad with daughters. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. By subscribing, you will get notification of when the next video comes up. All right? See you guys next time.